Hey, finally somebody jumped in. We'll see who that is if they leave a comment before too long. That'd be great. Thank goodness for the old pop socket there. For now, standing under the heater. Got the garage door open. I think it's like 37 out. Oh, Brian, what's going on? It's like 37 out, so I've got the garage door open for Project Ford Fairmont, so I can work on it. Um, so I'm gonna try to stay warm here for a second until more people jump in, maybe. Then I'll start explaining what's going on. Well, not bad, Brian. Not bad. I think it was. I think it got down to 19 last night. So it's been. I still can't believe how cold it is, and technically we're not in winter. At least now it's December and it's cold. But like, man, it was for November brutally cold. You know, we got snows. I can't remember having. I think we had maybe 6 snows before. Well, good to hear, Brian. I think we had maybe 6 snows before December 1, and that's ridiculous. So, but I want to get the radiator situation on Project Ford Fairmont done because I'm starting to become like a hoarder with all my parts. I can't. I really need to clean off the old workbench, but I can't move this thing till I get the radiator done. But it's just, oh, it feels bad. I just want to get all this stuff. I want to get rid of it. But yeah, I started working on the old Fairmont today, and got the one radiator. I got the radiator all the way in secure finally. Got the lower radiator hose on, and you might remember from my last episode, I was talking about the issue getting to the thermostat housing bolt. Let's see if I can get it enough light in here, but the second bolt was back here. Maybe that's 2 episodes I really explained it. And so there's like no way to get the hell's. Yeah, I think that's the air conditioner pump. Let me go grab my light real fast, my shop light, so I can explain better what's going on here. I'm sure this is riveting. Live streaming. There we go. So anyway, there's the second. Maybe it's an air pump then, but I'm guessing these are refrigerant lines based on where they go back there. You follow those lines. I'm pretty sure that's an air conditioner pump. But anyway, you can see this is the one that I was having an issue with. So I took off the vacuum advanced timing cone hookup, disconnected that, and I popped my distributor up, moved the air cleaner back, and that gave me enough room to finally get a wrench down in there. But it was on there tight, and so I went as far as pulling off from my new floor jack the handle extension to make a cheater bar. And man, I could just not for the life of me, like I could barely get any movement on it. But I got it off finally. But in the process, this happened. And I believe that all being because of, if it focuses here, let me give you a blank background. I don't know if you can see, but like the threads on the upper third of this are just fun. So I don't know if they were cross-threaded at one point. Things did go a lot better when I used PB Blaster, but yeah, now I have to buy a new thermostat housing. And the other fun part was, so I was using my ratchet wrench, the boxed end, because it's hard to get on with the open end just squared up where I wasn't, goofing up the head like I did. But then, as I was backing it out, swivel sockets, No, just well, I do have one, but there was really zero clearance. So I'm gonna grab my ratchet wrench here. So I had the closed in on it, and the further I got out, well, I'll let it focus. Eventually, I got trapped between the back of the water pump and backing it out. Well, of course, I couldn't flip the box in or inch around to start to make it go back in. So that was fun for a while. Um, but yeah, I just thought I'd share. Um, I don't know if this will take place of my normal uh, Sunday upload, but just kind of wanted to show for anybody else who's got a Fox Buddy what they might run into trying to get the thermostat housing off. And again, this is just how I did it. I did end up losing a little C-clip that the vacuum advanced. There's a little lever that goes through here, and it hooks up to this little peg up here, and there's a little C-clip that goes on top. It keeps that lever arm closed down, so I'm going to have to go find now a tiny C-clip to replace that. I might just use something like JB Weld, though, too. Who knows? Just needs to keep that little arm on. And so, just to help explain a little bit what I'm talking about. Brian, I haven't looked up yet how much they are. When I was ordering all of my other, like the thermostat and the gasket and stuff, like I don't think they're that ridiculous. Like I don't know, $18 or something. But I don't remember exactly. But in my head, I don't recall it being all that expensive. I mean, it sucks for the budget build. It's one more place to send money to, but you know, it is what it is. So anyway, here's the vacuum advanced timing cone or whatever you want to call it, and here's that little lever arm I was talking about. I've just bagged it up because it's got these two screws. I want to keep everything in one spot. So anyway, yeah, that's just the way I did it. But I do think it is worthwhile that I'm replacing the thermostat. Here's the old one, and I know it's not necessarily about whether or not it looks good. It's more about if I put this in boiling water, if it would open up at the proper temperature. I know it's more about that, but it just looked like in the amount of gasket material that I didn't scrape off tells me that it was time for a new gasket. And you can kind of see down in this crevice there's like some fluid spilled. Oh, come on. I'm sure this is awesome video for you guys. But I don't know if that had more to do with like me taking off other hoses over the course of time, or if that was like a slow antifreeze leak. So anyway, I think it's money well spent, I think. I mean, I'm in deep now. Not really. I mean, yes, it's maybe more work than I once anticipated, but grand scheme of things, not that much work. So well, anyway, fun times. So I probably should go get a new one of these guys. I mean, I can probably get it back on, but between the goobered up head and the threads, although I might soak this. I guess if I soak this in PB Blaster and those threads open back up, maybe I'll reuse it. But I mean, we're talking about what, 14 cents for a new one of these, so I just will do it. But anyway, you guys got any questions for me? I know there's only two of you watching. Fire my way. Just wishing I would get more. Yeah, okay, thanks, Gary. You're right. See, I just needed somebody else to tell me that. so yeah. Gary, how much did you catch? Because I can give you a quick recap if you'd like, but it's good having you on, by the way. So. So the long story short, Gary, was, and you might be familiar with this, having a Fairmont, and if you watched my last video or two, was just how the second thermostat housing bolt is kind of in a blind spot down here, and I had like zero room to get to it. So anyway, I was just explaining, I disconnected the vacuum advance timing cone off the distributor to get to it, and this bolt that we were talking about, the one in question, was a little pain in the arse, and I had to use my yeah, okay, you can relate to it, so you know what I'm talking about. I had to use my jack handle as a cheater bar on my socket wrench, and it would not budge, and in the process, this happened. So we'll be getting a new thermostat housing, which, whatever. I was trying to get by without doing it, but at least maybe this is a blessing in disguise, and it just tells me like somebody else made the decision for me. All right. So anyway. So thanks for dropping in, both of you guys. Like I said, I don't know if this will wind up taking place in my normal. There we go. Let's get some light behind me. I don't know if this will take place in my normal Sunday 8:30 p.m. Oh, Gary. Yeah. Let me think about that. I get just because like I have time to work on it tomorrow. Like I'd like to get it. Just done, but I might take you up on that. Let me think about that a little bit. See how the rest of the day goes. If nobody has one locally, and I'm gonna have to order it online anyway, yeah, I'll take you up on that. So do you need like part number or something? I mean, you have one for. Yeah, I hear you, Gary. It's just it's time. Like I've got a pretty wide open Sunday tomorrow, and like uh, like I'm leaning towards I'll probably take the freebie, but I want to be able to move the car because I'm starting to become a little hoarder here. I want to clean some stuff up, but yeah, I'll probably. You know what? You've talked me into it, Gary. Who am I kidding? So you got one just off of a Fox Buddy in general, or is it a Fairmont for sure? Uh, tell me whatever you can tell me about what you have. So the other update I've got on this and why I want to get it driving again is a buddy of mine's got a rental house that's got a basement garage that he's going to let me park this in there for free. So, but you're right. Whether that's just one more week down the road, that's not that big of a deal. So, oh, okay, sweet. Yeah, well then I'll hold on, Gary, to see what you got. Hey, Derbs, what's up? I probably won't do a second recap. I already did one for Gary, but thermostat housing stuff, as the title implies. Ended up with that out of the deal after finally getting it off. So anyway, and I'm overdue for a shop cleanup here. So I can get rid of most of this stuff actually probably after today, since I got well, I take that back because still gonna need that. I'm gonna hold on to the old hoses for emergency, because they're pretty decent shape. They're nice and thick. I mean, it's amazing how much thicker. I mean, it doesn't surprise you guys probably, but how much thicker 1978 is than 2018. 40 years. Back when we didn't care how much rubber we made. So, gotta keep my receipt here so I can update the budget. I did get in the mail the hole saw I need for my gauges, so stoked about that. Okay, whoever's joining in now, you guys are just in a treat for watching me clean my garage. Gary, if I am super tech savvy, maybe I could give you the link. I've done it for my desktop, but not for my phone. We could maybe just do a Google Hangout out of the deal, but let's see here. So this is the, there we go. If this was facing the engine block, intake up here, water pump this direction, oil pan this direction. Oh, and not that this is super important, but I do have a question to ask about that when I hear back from Gary. Let's see here. Yeah, Brian, that's what I was suspecting it is, because that's where I've got mechanical gauges, and so I was going to ask if that's where I could plumb in my... Oh, sweet, Gary. Yeah, I know I have your address or email or something. I know I can get your address some way, somehow. Yeah, let's see. Gary, are you on anything other than Facebook? I like sending direct messages through, well, yeah, shoot, Craig, if you've got one too. I'd love to. I could go swing. What do you think? I could meet you in Lawrence or something if you've got one. That of course assumes you've got today open some way, somehow. I can meet you tomorrow as well. But yeah, Gary, I know I've got your address. I hate the messenger on YouTube now. I like the old one. I guess that's how I know I'm getting older, right? Because I don't like change. But yeah, Gary, I'm trying to think. Okay. So Craig, you could probably, if you're in Michigan, you could probably actually pick up from Gary his housing and drive it back to me. But anyway, Gary, let me figure out. Does anybody in the chat have my phone number and also Gary's number? I guess that would only be Craig. Craig, do you have Gary's number? So that way I could text him my address. But oh well, this live stream's probably losing some interest fast, guys. I don't have much more to add. But yeah, Gary, I know. Oh well, then Craig, you should go. Mr. Mach 1 is his. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Good idea, Gary. I'll do that. I'll do Google Hangouts. Yeah. When we end this live stream, I'll either send you a quick little message through Hangouts, or Google Plus probably works too. Well, yeah, good idea. I'll do it that way. So, thanks, man. I appreciate it. Doesn't affect the bottom line that way. But guys, thanks for tuning in. Brian, we'll see you. Craig, he's somewhere in Michigan. I don't know. Gary, where in Michigan are you? Because Craig is currently in Michigan right now. I want to say suburban Detroit, but I don't. There you go. Romulus. So. Oh my gosh, now I just want to see how this chat ends. Talking to you guys. But yeah, Craig, check his channel out. You'd love his channel if you're not following him. Shoot, man. Okay. All right. Well, there you go. So there's the ending. But anyway, guys, thanks for dropping in. You've been helpful. Oh, Gary, can you confirm for me, like, Brian and I are, um, Brian and I were hypothesizing this is where my mechanical water temp gauge, I would thread in the bung right in here. Is that where I would thread my, I'll back this one out and then put a new brass bung in there that probably came with my gauges. Okay. See, this is what I love YouTube for. This is all new for me. It all makes sense. It seems like that would be the case. But I've never done it before, so I'd hate to just be an idiot about things. So thanks. Yep. All right. Dots connected. All right. All right, guys. For real this time. That'll do it. I appreciate you dropping in. So, again, I don't know if I'll end up doing a video tomorrow or not, based on there should also be a bung in the head as well. Okay. So, do you guys have a preference one way or the other? Which one works better? I mean, thermostat housing seems to make sense to me, but and actually, since I'm swapping heads, eventually, I'll probably do the thermostat housing. Oh, well. Okay, that's it. Until next time, guys. Peace out.